Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of the campaign play-along through the Dream Eaters that I'm currently playing the Dreaming side alongside the head Librarian Chad from the Restricted Collection. This is Dark Side of the Moon and things have been going pretty alright for both of our adventures. I will say someone did point out a rule error I made in the last episode, so huge shout out to that. They were like, yo, you didn't translate the Forbidden Tome right. And I was like, yo, you were right. I did not translate it correctly. So I actually just removed it rather than put the XP into that. I don't know the best way to showcase what I did. I don't even remember because I did it like a week ago or a week and a half ago at this point. So that's gone from my brain. But as you can see, instead of just, I took the XP that I did to upgrade that illegally, and I upgraded my deck legally instead. So thank you for pointing that error out. Otherwise, Leo, his deck's pretty standard, so there's nothing too crazy there. There also is this new boon. Permanent, accept this contract only during Interlude 2, the Oneironauts, and only if the Black Cat is at your side. The Black Cat was sent to my side. Huge thank you for that. As a lightning bolt, I can exhaust Blood of Bast and spend one resource, search a collection for a stray cat, and add it to your hand. I have 2 of those here. Forced when the game ends, or when a stray cat that is not in your deck would be defeated or discarded, return to your collection. This works really nicely with Leo. Additionally, if I draw a non-weakness encounter card, I look at the cards at the top of the deck until the card with the hidden keyword is revealed. Which I was going to do with this, get through this. I don't think anyone was captured. Virgil was captured, but no one was captured. We're going to skip to setup over here. No investigators were captured. Proceed to setup. I don't know if there actually are hidden cards in this scenario, so I don't know if this is actually going to do anything here. But like the free stray cats with Leo seem pretty alright. Put the City of the Moon Beast into play. No one was captured. We begin play at the Moon Forest. Randolph was not captured. Virgil Grey and all this other stuff are set aside. We have 1 alarm level for each of these, and then we just shuffle the deck. And then otherwise, we are ready to begin. So, let's see our opening mulligans here. We have 2 charisma slots for Leo now. I have them here. I might have had those last time. So let's just go to the black seat, because that's my favorite seat to sit in. And let's see our opening hands here. Okay, I'm going to start on Leo's side. Mauser and Tetsuo are both interesting. I obviously want to get the Hungering Blade going ASAP. But I think I'm just going to mulligan everything else, try to maybe find some economy. But worst case scenario, I can play Tetsuo with my Leo ability and then play the Mauser and just have like a weapon. And I can start getting some cash. I like the extra ammunition. That's nice. I mean, Randolph Carter is also very interesting. Just to give us that fist boost. And I guess the foot boost, but I think that's less of a thing. Overall, I'm not upset about this mulligan on Leo's side. I think that's pretty alright. Over here on Daisy's side, the tote bag is definitely interesting. The Dream Diary is definitely interesting. The Scroll Prophecies is nice for card draw. Same with the Laboratory Assistant. But I mean, I'm not going to keep the Dream Enhancing Serum. Even though I promised I would... I mean, maybe I do. We do have a bunch of these cards. If I'm going to keep that, I'm going to try to find other draw instead. Only problem is I'm not going to have all this money. Yeah, I'm going to... I told myself I actually wanted to try the Dream Enhancing Serum. Yeah, that is economy. It's not bad, and I think the Old Book of Lore is going to come out before the Dream Diary, but I want to promise myself to get the Dream Enhancing Serum actually into play in this scenario. 4 Shroud, 2 clues. As an action, test foot 5 to hide among the strange trees. If you succeed, reduce your alarm level by 1. During your turn, exhaust. Except during another action, evade. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. I should read the act and agendas. The silence of this place is deafening. Just going to make sure, again, there's nothing I'm missing in setup here. No, we're all good. The sounds of this place is deafening. There is no wind whistling through the air, no chirping of birds, no idle sound of any kind. This is a dead world. Though you know danger lurks around every corner, you hear no sign of the beasts or the corsairs who call this place home. You must remain even quieter in order to stay hidden. 5 doom advances. In the belly of the Moon Beast, Virgil Grey is held captive somewhere in the vast, strange city of the Moon Beasts. You must be quiet and cunning, or if you find him and escape unnoticed, only investigators of the City of Moonbeast may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and we need 6 of them. Spoiler alert, all of these have 2. So it's just a matter of getting all of these, and then we're going to want to spend clues here. So in a perfect world, we go like 2, 2, 2, 2. That's kind of the goal. Also, I am going to try to go a little bit slower. I like to play at a pace that's fast, like the pace that I enjoy playing at. But for the campaign play-along, I think I'm going to try to play a little bit slower. Just for some comments, people being like, what's going on? Your turns go pretty quick. I like to play Arkham fast. I play a lot of Arkham, and I've sometimes make mistakes when I do it, like with the Forbidden Tome. So I'm going to try to go a bit slower, and also so people have a better chance of handling what's going on. Alright, I'm going to use Leo's reaction ability. I think I want Tetsuo before Randolph Carter. And then I'm going to spend 3 resources for my first action to play the Mauser. And then it's very boring, but I'm actually just going to gain 2 resources. I think we just want to be able to play Randolph Carter next turn to make our stats nicer, and then just kind of hopefully coast from there. Eventually find the Hungering Blade once Daisy is done on her side. So Daisy's first action is going to be to play the Tote Bag. We're going to then, when you have, we have 2 additional hand slots which you use to hold tome assets, which is kind of hype. And then when I play a tome asset during my turn, I can exhaust it. It gains fast. So we're going to play this Old Book of Lore. And for my tome action, we're going to use the Old Book of Lore. So we're going to exhaust this, choose an investigator, Daisy, and we're going to search the top 3 cards of our deck for a card and draw it. Alright, so we found a surprising find. I'll tell you right now, Daniel's not going to be happy about that. Hitting it on the first go, he's going to be like, what the hell? What did I do wrong? I will take one of these cards. I don't think this is worth playing. You know what? I'm going to play it. We're going to play that. We'll discard this. We'll put this into play. It's just a free value. We might as well take it. I mean, I could investigate 6 to 4. What does our token bag look like? It's honestly really soft. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Cryptic Writings to gain 2 resources. And then I think we're going to use this surprising find to commit to this test that we're going to go 6 to 4. Surprising find, if you don't know, is a reaction when you search your deck. A surprising find is among the searched cards put into play in your play area. You must commit to the next eligible skill test you perform. If this test is successful, draw 1 card. So we're going to go 6 to 4. -1, so we want to be up by 1 for as many tests as we can take. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1. We're going to grab a clue, which is then going to allow us to draw a card. Okay. Overall, pretty okay first turn. We can go upkeep over here. Another Mauser is a nice thing to see. And Laboratory Assistant is something I'm not going to say no to. We're going to go 1 of 5 and see what our first encounter card here is. It's a Lunar Patrol. Attach a location. If test foot 3 to lose the patrol. If you succeed, discard it. When an investigator leaves attached location, raise the investigator's alarm level by 1. So that's pretty difficult. And then hunted by Corsairs. As an action, test book 4 or foot 4 to sneak past them. When the act advances, each investigator takes 2 damage. So those aren't the things we want to see, but maybe we can use this Essence of the Dream with the Explorer to really kind of pass that. The only problem is means we're not going to take a lot of turn to escape this turn, like we're not going to progress to a location. But I think alternatively, it means that we're going to be set up well for the future. Like, Leo might honestly kind of just repeat the last turn that he took. Like, we can play Randolph Carter and, like, just gain some money. I don't think that's terrible. We'll start with Daisy, though. And I think we're going to start with the Old Book of Lore. So we're going to look at the top 3. Daniel, I'm sorry. It might just be you. We're going to grab another surprising find. So that's the research. I mean, I could save on the play action. Alternatively, I think just putting the encyclopedia into play is kind of hype. I don't know if we're going to use it this turn, but we're going to definitely use it in the future. I think for my Daisy's tote bag, I'm going to spend 1/2 and drop down the Dream Diary. And I have 3 actions left? That's crazy. So I think what we do... Man, I'm spoiled for choice. Remember, I have 2 additional hand slots for tome assets. So yeah, all I've done so far is I've done the old Book of Lore. And then I found the surprising find. I played the encyclopedia. I played this fast. I do have 3 actions left. So we're going to gain a resource. We're going to play the Dream Enhancing Serum. And then we're going to investigate. We'll go up 2 again. We'll go 6 to 4. X is half your alarm level. We'll grab this clue. And we will also draw a card. That's a good start. That's a good start. Mutation action. Okay. Leo is going to spend 1/2 with his ability to play Randolph Carter. I can't do any of those tests. I'll draw 1 card and then gain 2 resources. And then we'll go upkeep. Vicious Blow is nice. Hypochondria, honestly, it's not too bad. We'll go 2 of 5. I think, sorry, let me look at timings. Okay, we'll wait for any skill tests. Test Brain 5. For each one you fail by, take 1 damage. I mean, that's pretty okay. We have Tetsuo to trigger this, so we're just going to go 4 to 5, and hopefully we don't raise our alarm level. Nice. We failed by 2, so I'm going to take 1, and Tetsuo is going to take 1. Because we have 4, 3, we failed by 2. Alright, next up here. Close Watch, Test Foot 4. If you fail, you must either discard the asset with the highest printed cost. So it's going to be Dream Enhancing Serum or raise our alarm level by 1. Well, bad news for you, Dream Enhancing Serum. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to spend a resource during this Lightning Bolt window. And we're going to add a stray cat to our hand. I told you I would play you Dream Enhancing Serum. That doesn't mean you were going to stay. So we'll go 2 to 4. Maybe we get the black cat can't even help. Yeah. Sorry, Dream Enhancing Serum. I just don't think raising my alarm level is worth it. I played you, though. I want the record to be shown that I played you. Alright. If you take 1 or more damage, take a direct horror. That's not too bad. We're going to get the Dream Enhancing, the Dream Diary, Dreams of the Explorer here. I think I'm going to do this encyclopedia to put my book up by 2 for my free action. We're going to use this Essence of the Dream on the Lunar Patrol, which is going to put us at 8 to 3 because we're at a location with 4 Shroud. So 8 to 3. Nice, we can get rid of this. I think then we're going to move up into this location. Test Book 5 to hide within the crater. If you succeed, reduce your alarm level by 1, level 1 success per game. At the end of turn, if you're at this location, discover 1 or more clues, test Brain 3. If you fail, raise your alarm level. Alright, we probably won't frick with that. Instead, I think we're just going to use our old Book of Lore for our last action and look at the top 3. Surprising find again. I'm 3 for 3 on that. That's crazy. I guess I'll take extensive research. Okay. Leo is going to play this stray cat for free. And then I think we're going to move up here. I'll draw a card. Alright, so we must either discard an ally asset we control from play, or discard each ally asset from your hand. So I will discard the stray cat, And force, when the game ends, when a stray cat that is on your collection will be defeated or discarded, return it to your collection. I guess I'll draw one more card. I mean, overall, that's pretty chill. I knew this was going to be good when Chad sent it to me. Okay, we need to clear this out. We want to get 2 clues and move perfectly this turn. This location, I think, is bad if you end your turn there, so we're going to have to focus on that. Upkeep. Keep. Okay. 3 of 5. Nearest surface location. Alright, we're probably going to engage this guy and try to kill him this turn, I think. Rather than let him come to us. Ancient Evils, I mean, not much we can do about that. Alright, so we need to clear this out. Alright, I don't want to end my turn here, but I'm going to have this Essence of the Dream, so that can probably help me with what I need. I think we're going to do Old Book of Lore. Look at the top 3. I'll take the Mind over Matter. Alright, we'll investigate. We're going to go 6 to 2. Nice, we got to grab a clue. We got to draw a card. We're going to investigate. I think I'm going to go 6 to 2 again. Nice, we're going to grab a clue. So the reason I played the Encyclopedia, I mean, we were going to discard a card because of this, but it was just kind of like what I was thinking. And then we're going to move in here. Alright, yeah, okay. It's the foot 2 test. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, at the end of the round. Alright, so we're not going to go in there as Leo. I think we're just going to vibe. I could have played the Stand Together first to kill this guy, but I think I'm okay with how this has gone. Leo is going to engage this guy. And I think we just try to just take him out. Let's go like this. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 to his 3 for our second action here. Okay, I will search the top 3 cards of my deck for an ally asset. I'm spoiled for choice. We'll put the B-Cop in our hand. And then I succeed by enough to ready this and gain a resource. I think for my last action, I'm going to spend 2, and I think we're just going to load some ammo on this card. That's just going to be our weapon of choice, I think. And then we'll go upkeep. Okay, I have plans. Oh, sorry, end of the... Oh, no, upkeep first. And then the end of the round. That's okay. Alright, we're going to go up 2. It might be enough. We'll find out. It is enough! The black cat summons several other cats to help. If the tokens revealed during an invasion attempt and you succeed, deal 2 damage to the evaded enemy. That's unlikely to ever happen, just so we all know. Alright, this advances. A single screech pierces the silence and you instinctively duck for cover. You've seen these creatures before, horrid, eyeless monstrosities that fly alongside the Corsair's black galleys. Terrible things of bone and leathery membranous skin. A flock circles and screeches overhead. Have you been spotted? Doesn't matter. You cannot stay here any longer. Shelf the encounter deck, discard pile into the encounter deck, and then raise each alarm level by 1. Alright, 2 alarm level. Okay. Your pace quickens as the creature's pursuit grows more frenzied with each passing minute. The silence you once cursed is broken. The awful piercing screeches that punctuate the night are even worse. Ancient Evils. You know, can't do anything about that. Cats from Saturn? That's a little bit annoying, admittedly. Okay. Okay, so I think we want investigation phase to begin. And I think during the lightning bolt window, we're going to exhaust this to search our collection and get that into our hand. And then Leo's going to go first, and he's going to play this. We're going to put the B-Cop on hold slightly, because then we're going to move into this location. And I'm going to discard Stray Cat as a lightning bolt to automatically evade a non-elite enemy at our location. I'm going to shuffle these up because I can see what they are. And then we'll just put one on the bottom. Which is going to get rid of one of those, because remember, after a host moves or is evaded, discard one of its swarm cards. I think then Leo is going to stand together like the hero that he is, and then he's going to move into this location. Cool. After you discover any clues, you must either take that much horror or discard the many cards from your hand. Alright, I think we aren't even going to fuck around too much over here as Daisy. I think we're going to do the encyclopedia to give me +2 book. And we're going to do this Hunted by Corsairs. We have 7 to 4. I'm going to go... No, sorry. Before we do that, I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to discover 2 clues at our location. And then we're going to go 7 to 4. I'm going to go 8 to 4. Alright, Hunted by Corsairs is gone. And then we can advance this. Only investigators at the City of the Moonbeast. Daisy has all 6 clues, so we can get through this. After hours of weaving around leprous stone towers and searching high and low, you finally spot a group of shackled captives being fled single file from the docks to who knows where. Luckily, they are guarded by only 2 of the foul corsairs. You create a distraction loud enough to separate the pair, then sneak by in order to free the captives. Choose an investigator of the City of the Moonbeasts to take control of the set-aside Virgil Gray. Randolph eluded capture, so we do not need to worry about grabbing him. And then otherwise, this is done. Exploring the moon. Now that you're reunited, it is time to get off this rock. Randolph informs you that the light side of the moon should be safe from the reach of the moon beasts, who dwell only on this side. However, it is much too far for you to walk on foot. You'll have to find another way to escape. Only investigators at the Temple of the Moon Lizard can spend the Breckenridge clues. Oh, so I should spend 1 less resources. That should have been in my hand. I think last action, we're just going to move off and try to get these clues next turn. And then we can go upkeep. A ward is nice. Alright, 2 of 5. Hunted by Corsairs is back. Yeah, we could probably get rid of that this turn. Forced into hiding. We're going to go 4 to 2. We're going to go 6 to 2. We're going to pass. Okay. I haven't been doing this pendulum. That's why I don't play with pendulum, because I always forget to trigger it. So we're going to trigger it this turn, I think. I think Daisy goes first. It's crazy to just go 5 to 3. I don't think so. I mean, I could encyclopedia myself and go 7 to 3 and kind of just also clear this. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, let's try to do these Hunted by Corsairs. We're going to go 9 to 4. I'm going to save that for the other one. 9 to 4. Nice, I would have been wrong anyway. This can go away. And then we're going to go 7 to 3, and I'm going to say we're going to succeed by 3 for the Crystal Pendulum. We succeed by 4, and I get to draw 1, 2, 3 cards. You fuck. You. Alright, we'll go 7 to 4 one more time. 7 to 3, sorry. Nice. And then I think we'll advance this. We're going to shuffle an Ancient Evils back in, but I mean, what can you do? While the majority of this temple is dedicated to an idol, the moon-dwelling... Oh, sorry, I also have to do this, right? I've discovered any amount of clues. We'll just take 2 horror. That's fine by me. And then what we'll actually also do is we'll put 1 of the horror on you, and... Nah, we'll save the horror for the Tetsuo. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Sorry, I've discovered any number of clues. You must take that much horror. We discovered 2 clues over 2 things, so 2 little pings of horror. Alright. While the majority of this temple is dedicated to an idol, the moon-dwelling creatures referred to as the Moon Lizard, you also find several references to some kind of lake of primordial ooze, black ooze, not far from beneath the surface, that binds together the core of the moon. These texts imply that the whole of the moon's surface is connected by this core across multiple dimensions. Perhaps we can use it to cross over the moon's other side, Randolph suggests, or to the afterlife. Virgil adds, yes, one or the other, Randolph replies nonchalantly. It is still our only option. Put the set-aside Caverns of the Moon dark side and the black core locations into play. Okay, and we split the blob moon lizard of the black core exhausted. No retaliate. He's not massive, and he has 8 health. Man, it's gonna be some work on Leo's part. Okay. And we shuffle this into that. And then otherwise, Daisy is done. The moon's core. You suspend your disbelief and descend beneath the moon's crust. In order to reach the other side of the moon, you must make your way through its black core, a transdimensional fluid from which nightmares are born. Clues cannot be discovered from the black core except as a result of a successful investigation. If each surviving investigator is the black core and it has no clues on it, we advance. Okay, I think Leo's fine to take 1 from the black cat. Leo is going to use his ability to play a beat cop. I think we like that. I could get rid of this, but we're about to do a reshuffle, so I think we kind of just have to like try to tank it out. So I think Leo is going to just e-cash once. We'll draw a card for our second action. What's my other weakness in this Leo deck? It's self-centered. Okay. I think we'll try to wait for the 3rd easy mark. But I'm also kind of down to try to dig for... the Hungering Blade. So we're going to do this. We're going to gain 2 resources, draw a card, up to 8. Oh, let's go. We're going to gain 2 resources, draw a card, up to 10. Let's go! This is good Christmas! We're going to gain 2 resources, draw a card. That's pretty hype. Not going to lie. We're kind of very happy with all of that. Okay, we will then go enemy phase. This cat's going to move in here. This is going to get discarded. So yeah, after it moves or is evaded, discard 1 of its swarm cards. Does it have prey? It does not, so it's just going to go to you. We're going to take 1 damage, and I think Tetsuo is going to go. And searches either their discard pile. I'm going to grab the... Dream Enhancing Serum from Daisy's discard pile. Yeah. And then, sorry, I'm also going to exhaust this to put a stray cat into my hand. And then we can go upkeep. Mitch Brown is super interesting. Okay, I need to burn some cards here. I need to burn 3 cards. So 1, 2... I don't think I need 2 of you. Okay. We're going to go 3 of 5. Our pace isn't great, but I don't think it's terrible. We're not going to want to move into this location. We're going to want to aim to end our turn here, and then we're going to go into combat with the Moon Beast next turn. Ancient Evils is drawn by the wrong person, but that's okay. I am not frustrated. Moon Beast is a big boy. That's a big guy. This might slow down our pace a little bit. But we did grab that stray cat. Okay, how do I want to maneuver this turn? I could also do a mind over matter, and then we can evade him. That's not terrible. Then Daisy can kind of like, we can keep the stray cat here. I think we're going to play the Mitch Brown this turn. Because then we can play these stray cats like it's nothing, and we can start getting our guard dogs too, whence we draw them. I think overall we're not in like a great position, but I think it's not going bad. I think it's going pretty smooth. We're a little bit slow, but that's just because we've been trying to get value elsewhere. Alright, well Daisy's going to get this. I think Daisy is going to go first, and I think we are going to do a mind over matter. So fast until the end of the round, you may use your book in place of your fist or your foot. So that's gonna be a big chess, a big challenge here. All right, so we're gonna go 5-1 on this evade here. Nice. That's a -2. So he's evaded. Cat would have been sick as hell there. I'm gonna spend 1, 2, 3. We're gonna play the Dream Enhancing Serum this time. We'll do an old book of lore. We'll search the top 3 of our deck. I'm gonna grab this segment of Onyx. This is kind of what we're working towards. I've drawn a copy of a card that is already in my hand, so we're gonna draw another card. We'll gain 2 resources. All right, everything's coming together. And then I think we move here for our last action. Okay, it's all working. It's all working. We only have 5 cards in our hand as well. Alright, so we're going to spend 1, 2. We're going to play a Mitch Brown. So now we have 2 additional slots which can hold non-unique allies like these stray cats. I think I'm going to take an attack of opportunity to play the Hungering Blade. We're going to put the damage on Mitch Brown. I think we want the Beat Cop to ping the Moon Beast. And then I think we want to attack you at 5-2 and just hope it works. It did. So you're going to be defeated. So we had to place a resource on this card as an offering. We're going to play Glory. We'll draw 2 cards. Oh, sorry, these Bloodlust should be in our deck as well. They're bonded. Just draws to play. You may search your bonded card. You must search your bonded cards for 3 copies of Bloodlust and shuffle them into your deck. We're going to Glory. Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, I do think we need to catch up, so we want to put damage on this guy. We ideally want to kill him next turn. So I think we're going to shoot with the Mauser. That puts us at 7-5. And I think we just have to hope that's good enough. I could go 8-5. I think we just have to hope that's good enough. It is. We conceded enough to gain a resource. So we'll put 2 damage on this guy. Okay. We have some very interesting options for the next turn. I think we have a lot of ways to kill this Servitor that allows us to also move in and do some interference against the Moon Lizard. I think Daisy is going to be able to do a good job of keeping the Moon Lizard busy for a little bit. While Leo catches up. What we don't want to see on this next turn is another Moon Beast, but we are, I think, going to see a reshuffle, and our alarm levels are going to be going up. Self-centered. The Necronomicon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elder Signs are now bad. I honestly might try to get rid of this for the reshuffle, potentially. But we also just might have 2. I mean, the thing is, one of them is the cat, so it actually is only reveal another token. It's actually pretty soft here, so we actually will probably just ignore it. Alright, this guy gets up. And then this guy goes up here. And then we will do this. Alright, your escape route is cut off as a pack of lithe creatures surrounds you. At first glance, you believe them to be cats, but they are only vaguely cat-like in shape. What you mistook for fur is more akin to a series of patterns like strange filigrees. You silently pray for aid. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the deck, and raise everybody's alarm level by 1. Okay, if we forced our way to the temple, we did not. So, to your surprise, an army of cats lands in front of you, having leaped through the void of space itself. You recognize the cat at the helm. At the head of the formation is a gray old cat with the scar you met months ago. Go, human! He yells. We will hold them off. We're going to trigger this, Virgil Gray, which I think is going to be a horror healing, and we're going to send him over here. And then the entirety of the moon's denizens are set against you now. This is not going to cause the game to end, but Nyarlathotep's noose will tighten. What's my highest costed asset? It's going to be Beat Cop. I think we might have to do the raise our alarm level here. Oh, I guess I had 6. I have 6 Fist, huh? Succeeded by more. Alright. During this test, I am going to use the Beat Cop to ping you. And we might discard the Beat Cop. I think we'll be fine till we get the other one. I mean, is there a chance I pass this test? Very loosely. No. Man, was it bad if I raised my alarm level? I think I'm gonna raise it. I think the Beat Cop being in play is better. Alright, Daisy, can you draw one of the Ancient Evils? Oh, shoot. Nearest surface location. That is my location. That's a little bit spooky for sure. It's not too bad, but it is something we need to be aware of. I think if we can get the segment of Onyx out, which we have a pretty high chance of hitting, we'll be able to be in a much nicer spot. Okay. Leo is going to take his free one of these to play this guard dog. And then we're going to, remember, we have the extra slot because of Mitch Brown. 2 additional ally slots can hold unique allies, so we really have 1 ally slot left, or non-unique allies, rather. We're going to take a move action, taking an attack of opportunity. We're going to put the damage on our guard dog and the horror on Mitch Brown, which is going to kill the Moon Beast, which is going to actually reduce our alarm levels. Excuse me. And he's going to go on the victory display. So that was our first action. I think our next action is spend 2 to play this Garrote Wire. And then we're going to shoot into Daisy and just assume that everything's going to be okay, because I'm self-centered and I'm not responsible for my own problems. We're going to deal 2 damage to this guy. We had 6 to 3 after the thing, so we get to ready this and gain a resource. And then we're going to use the Garrote Wire to try to finish him off. So we have 8 to 3. He is dead. Okay. Let me remind myself how this thing works. I can evade elite enemies, huh? That's kind of hype. What's the plan here? What do you do? I could draw a bunch of cards. What's the plan? I think I'm still down to evade you. I'm going to spend 1-2 to play a laboratory assistant. We're going to draw 2 here. Deduction is nice. I think we're going to use the Old Book of Lore on Leo. I'm going to take the Vicious Blow. I might throw a Dynamite in. We might not move in as Daisy this turn, but I feel like I kind of want to. So Daisy's going to move in here. And then we're going to try to evade him. And we have, what, 6 to 3? Because we get +4 for this. 6 to 3. I think that's okay by me. Nice. He'll be exhausted. Okay. Upkeep. All right. We're going to go 1 of 4. You have a card over here as a Deeper Slumber. That's a little bit annoying. And Lunar Patrol, which we will probably just have to solve ourselves. All right, I think Leo is going to take... So remember, we have Mitch Brown gets 2 additional slots, so that's going to be these 2 guys over here. So we're going to use the Leo action to play this Beat Cop. They're both upgraded. Our first action is going to be to move into this location. And after you fail a skill test while investigating until the end of your turn and reduce its shroud by 2, that's going to become more relevant once we solve this moon lizard fiasco we got going on. I have 2 actions left. I think one of them is going to be shoot with the Mauser. We go 9 to 3. Sounds hype. Let's do it. Nice. It's -2. He's going to take 2 damage. We're going to ready this and gain a resource. And then we just fire again. Yeah. Another 9. All right. Another... What do we have? 9 minus 2 is 7. Yeah, that's 4, so we got to do both again. Should be at 6. This guy should be at 4. Our journey ends here. I'm going to ping him with the Beat Cop, I think. 5. Daisy's just going to evade him. I think Daisy is going to drop down. Sorry, did I draw the Lunar Patrol? I did. I think that might be worth... I'm going to go back a bit, and I'm going to say I warded this. I think that was worth a little bit, because then we don't have to spend the time to deal with that. I'm more worried about the losing 1 action now versus the Ancient Evils, especially because Leo could potentially draw them. All right. We have the Essence of the Dream we're going to use to try to evade this guy. We have 6 to 3. Nice, he's evaded. I think... I'm going to Old Book of Lore myself, because I can grab this, which is going to let me draw a card. I can't play those yet. I mean, I think I'll just investigate. Okay, I'm going to bump myself up to 7, because maybe there's a chance I can get a clue without having to lower my shroud. Yeah, look at that. Grabbed a clue. Sorry, without having to increase my alarm level. Basically, I was just trying to beat those, the tablet there. All right, this guy is going to go to you, Leo, and then we'll go upkeep. I have 7 cards in hand, pretty hype. I have to discard down to 5 cards here. Do I have any ally slots left? 1, 2, 3, and then these are the bonus. I do not. I think I still keep the guard dog. We can get rid of the stray cat because it was free. I think we can get rid of the automatic. Perfect. We're good over here. And then we can go 2 of 4. Somnophobia is an interesting draw. I think I'm going to give you this Dream Enhancing Serum and we'll go 6 to 5 to try to just mitigate the damage. Mitigate the horror, rather. Oh, I guess it's, sorry, 7 to 5. Reveal another token. -2, Daisy. I might be self-centered, but you're still kind and giving. I can't help you with anything, though. Hunted by Corsairs. Okay, we're going to want to get rid of that, but I'm feeling like the time to do that is pretty good. I think we're now going to move forward. I think, realistically, I was going to say we wanted Leo to go first, but we're not going to really have the window to do that in. I'm going to take this. I think we investigate... No, I think we use the Encyclopedia on ourselves to put us up to 7. And then we use this to put us up to 11 to 6, because that's pretty good. Nice, we're going to grab that clue. Then I think we'll move in here. X is the number of depth tokens on it. After it is revealed, place 3 resources on it as depth tokens, plus additional 3-player depth tokens. So that's going to be 3, which I think I can press without problem. So we need to do... Sorry, yeah, give me the 3. So we need 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So we have 9. It's a 9 trial location, pretty high. But we have one action left. I think we're just going to try to go 7-4 against this. I'm going to make it 8-4. Just to beat the -4s. Good thing I fucking did. Okay, Leo, you gotta kill this thing. Its attack is now 4. We can go 9-4. You have 7 marked. I can try to kill you with the garrote wire. I could also try to kill you with this at 7-4. Let's do it. We'll try to kill you with the Hungering Blade. It costs an action, but I think that's okay. I think we want to get this an offering on this. Yeah, you're dead. Because that's half your long level rounded up, which is 2. This guy's going to go in here, and then in the last action we're going to catch up. And I think at this point now I'm feeling pretty okay. Like, we're going to have to tank... What a draw! Not great for this location, but it's going to be great for... because remember, we can't get clues except by an investigation, but it's going to be great for the white side, the light side. That's really good. Okay. I'm feeling pretty happy with things right now. Just don't draw on Ancient Evils. Ew, fuck! Alright, this advances. Raise each alarm level by 1. I'll gain a resource, I guess. I'll gain a resource, I guess? Oh, sorry. Well, that's not how that works. We take horror equal to half of our alarm level rounded up. So we'll take... we have a lot of soak. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cats from Saturn. Okay. I should have another offering on this. And then we flip this back and we place 2 Doom on it. Okay. Did I put your alarm level up? You should be at 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what do we do for this test? Brain or fist? Well, Leo's a little bit busy. Alright, so what I think the correct course of action is... I was gonna say I think it's straight cap, but I think it's actually Segment of Onyx. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. These are all fast. And we have 3 copies, so we're gonna set these aside and bring Pendant of the Queen, dropping the Crystal Pendulum. Then we're gonna exhaust it and spend a charge. And we're just gonna remove, we're gonna evade you, and I'll put one of these on the bottom of my deck. And I mean, Leo is probably going to just start swinging against them. Load that up. So that was all fast. I'm going to do the brain test against this. I think we're going to encyclopedia ourselves as much as I want to do the other thing. I think we just try to, like, clear this out. This is a 9 shroud location, so this gives us +4, so we're going to go 9-2. That is a little bit unfortunate. I guess we're just going to go 5-2. We still have some actions left. Like, there's still a chance we can do something here. That succeeds by 2, so we can remove 2 of these tokens. Then I think we're going to go one more time. And we'll go 6. Yeah, no, yeah. Boop. Yeah, we'll go 6. So we succeed by, we have 5, so we succeed by 3, putting this to 4. That's a location I can definitely investigate next turn. This is going to drop down. This should also be down. Luckily, we never use our book this turn. All right, Leo is just, I think, in a Hungering Blade 3 times. We're going to go 7-2. Yep, 1 down. Offering. 1 down. Oh, yep. 7 to 2. Nice. So we get a bunch of offerings here. And we kill 3 of them. This guy can come up here. Okay, we gotta start schmoving though. We're about to be taking a bunch of horror, and while we have a bunch of soak, I do think we want to make sure we're not just like, you know, dawdling. Spend 2 offerings. Nice. 3 of 4. I guess we're losing some actions here, huh? We're gonna go 4 to 5. We'll go 5 all. Ooh, hoo-hoo. We fail by 1, so by 2, so we're gonna do that. Are we gonna be in the classic someone ain't getting out of here alive? Someone ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3? I don't have time for you, brother, so Leo goes first and does his thing. That's not too bad. Okay. We're gonna attack with the Hungering Blade, 7 to 2. Reveal another token. You're dead. We'll get an offer. It's actually 8 to 2. So we'll go 8 to 3 against this guy here. That still counts. Alright, and then we're going to try to finish you off with the Garrote Wire. You're dead. Alright, Daisy is going to encyclopedia herself up to 7, and then we're going to go 8 to 4. Nice. I'm going to grab these clues. This is looking a lot less good now that we had to spend so much of our hand, but I think it's still going to be okay. And we can advance this. The Lake of Black Ichor below the surface of the moon is miles wide and bubbles with warm, noxious pockets of gas. Most of the lake bed is completely solid, and it seems for a moment that Randolph's plan is dead end after all. Then you take a final step and your foot is caught by nothing. Before you can react, you're yanked under the surface. You try to shout a warning to your companions, but your words are swallowed by the black core along with the rest of your body. Your lungs barely have air. You struggle not to scream as you're carried by a fierce undertow. When you finally emerge, you're on the other side of the chamber. Just like the one you came from, all you can see a shaft of light piercing through the gray crust above you. Moments later, the rest of your party emerges. Did we make it, Virgil asks? Well, I thought that was the end for sure. This will make for an exciting chapter. Put the other locations into play. So we put the cavern's light side. We put the light side of the moon, and then the white ship location. And we rock like that. All right. Find a way off the moon. The surface of the light side of the moon is patrolled by ships that sail through the windless sky. One, however, looks different from the rest. Its hull is stark and shining, casting a white glow into the night. The white ship, breathes Randolph. Find a way off the moon. Okay, Daisy has but 2 actions left, so I think we're going to move in here. I didn't get this yet. And I think we try to just clear this off. We can go 7, 11, 12. I'm starting to play too quick again. Starting to go into a normal pace when I need to go back into that slow yourself down kind of pace. Okay, so we're taking 3 horror this turn. But the thing is, how can we get Leo off? 6 is very high, but like maybe Daisy can help with this location. We're going to find out. All right, upkeep. Upkeep. Okay. All right, we should increase our alarm level by 1. We're going to gain a resource. And we'll draw a card. I'll move this over here. I think I clicked that too. Oh, no, because I failed. Yeah, he should be at 7. All right, so we're going to take 3 horror. We can go 1, 2, 3. And then we have to take 4 horror. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4 before we have to even start thinking about other stuff. I think we want to get Leo here, assuming that no little problem is put up. And then this goes in there, goes to 2, and then we draw cards. Cats from Saturn is not a problem. I need 7 cards, so I'm going to just drop 2 here and put the rest up there. Daisy has a brain test she needs to take. And this is damage, you say. Okay, well, during this lightning bolt window, I'm going to exhaust this and choose a location. And I'm going to automatically evade an enemy at that location. I mean, we also have the stray... I mean, maybe it's better to do that with the stray cat. I think it is. Give me my charges back. Because I think we want to get the clues off this. I would like to get the victory. I'd like to greet it out a little bit. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to go like this, and we're going to go 7 to 5. We failed by 1, because that's -3, so we're going to take a damage and a horror. It's getting a bit spooky. But Arkham ain't fun unless you're riding the lightning, right? Okay, so we're going to grab this. I think Daisy wants to go first. Daisy's going to move in here. Book. Okay. We're going to use the Pendant of the Queen to discover a clue at this location. 1 success per round. So everyone can do this. It's not group limit once per success, so we can each try to go for it. So we're going to encyclopedia ourselves to go 7 to 1. And then I think I'm going to go 8, 9 to 1. We have 8 to 1, so we succeed by 7, so I can reduce this by 2. It's not bad. I have 1 action left. I'll do an old Book of Lore. I will take, I suppose, that. All right. Before my turn begins, we're going to spend a resource to grab one of these. And then I think we're going to play it, and I think the guard dog is going to go. We're then going to use the cat. We're going to discard it to automatically evade these cats of Saturn. So I will get one of these back. Do you draw it? Add it to your hand. Okay. We're then going to move twice, and then we're going to try this test. We're going to do the book test. We have 3. I'm going to give you this, which is going to add 4. So we're at 7 to 1. I can go 8 to 1 and hope it's going to be okay. That's -4. So I have 4 to 1. I do get to lower it by 1. So there's a chance. Leo might have to die. We'll go upkeep. Spend 2 offerings. Cat stands up. Because I don't know if I want to wait another turn with Daisy. I mean, Daisy could try to get her alarm level really low. Close watch. Okay, we can lose a beat cop here. 2 to 4. Yeah, we'll lose one of our beat cops. And Daisy will draw an Ancient Evils. I think that is going to be warded. Sorry, this should be... Oh, this was committed. I don't know why it was in my hand. Did I commit the wrong card? Yeah. I meant to commit the Essence of the Dream. Alright, so Daisy takes this. We're going to use the Pendant of the Queen to grab this. I'm going to Old Book of Lore myself. Yeah, I'm going to Old Book of Lore myself. Search the top 3. I can put this one here. I'm going to take the Ward of Protection, I think. And then I'm going to Encyclopedia myself for my first action. We're going to go 7 to 5. We're going to go, sorry, 7 to 1. We're going to go 9 to 1. 8 to 1. So I succeed by 7, so I can reduce this to 1. I gotta draw 2 cards. Perfect. Because they're each individual, I think I gotta draw 1 off the Dream Enhancing Serum. My apologies if that's not right, but what can you do? I have but 1 action left to my name. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Got the whole gang's here. And then Leo's gonna try... Well, Leo's gonna draw a card. Leo's gonna try drawing 1 more card. If he doesn't get this, I think he's gonna have to die. And then Leo's gonna do the test. So we have 3 to 1. I can bring you up to 7 to 1. There's always a chance we can get the cat. We got the cat! 8 to 1. So that succeeds by enough to go to 4. Okay, I think you're not gonna get in. I think you might have to die, because you're gonna go back up to 5. Rough. Okay, that's alright though. That's okay. We'll take a horror here. He might just die during this, 7 cards. Cat's move here, getting rid of 1 of these. And then we go like this. So we're going to raise our alarm level. And we're going to take horror equal to half of our alarm level rounded up. So we'll take 1 horror over here. Yeah, I think Daisy's got to get out of here. We take 3 over here. I want to die by damage, so we're going to kill you. And I'll take 2. Okay, and I have to discard a card from my hand here. It's going to be you. And then this is going to reset. Each of SA's horror equal to half their alarm level, reset the agenda deck to agenda 3A, then place 2 Doom on it. Perfect, okay. This should be gone, right? Okay, let's see our encounter cards. Yeah, I can lose some actions. We'll go 4 to 5. We'll go 5 to 5. We lose 1 action, that's okay. And then Daisy gets a Moon Beast. I mean, something for Leo to do, right? I've lost my Beat Cops. Okay, well, we're going to put out this guard dog. I think we're going to engage you, and then we're going to attack you. I think with the Bloodlust, and I can spend 1 of these. Wish I didn't get rid of that Vicious Blow. It's not going to be enough. I should have kept the Vicious Blow. That was a dumb discard. Okay, what can you do? Alright, so we have 7 to 5. We can go 10 to 5. Nice. We'll deal this guy 3 damage. I gotta draw a card. You shove them into your deck, right? Yep. We gotta draw a card off the Daring. Unfortunate. Okay. I think Daisy's gonna move in here. So after it's revealed, put the set-aside Captain asset into play at the White Ship. We need to survive 1 more turn. So in that case, I'll spend 1, 2 to play you. And maybe Leo can kill this one and then die to the cats. I'll Old Book of Lore myself. Was that a mistake? We'll gain 2 resources. And then I think I'm just going to pass on my actions. Enemy phase. This guy comes in here, so he's going to lose another baby. So I need to take 1, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I need to take 1 and 1. So we're going to lose Mitch, and we're going to put 1 on the guard dog. To go like that. And then that was, we had to take 6 damage. We're okay. Go upkeep. We just want to basically avoid an Ancient Evils. The Ancient Evils have been pretty rough this go of it. It's odds are we're going to hit one. Corsair of Langnear's surface location. That's with me, baby. We'll ward that. That's why we have the ward of protection. Alright, Leo is going to attempt to kill this guy. Well, actually, when this begins, we're going to take a stray cat, and we're going to use Leo's ability to play it, and we're just going to use it. No, we're not going to use it on that, because we want these to die. Okay. Let's say I shoot. Let's say I shoot here. That puts us at 7 to 5. We can go 8 to 5. I think we have to go for it, right? 8 to 5. Nice. Alright, he's dead. Our alarm levels go down. Victory display. Then I think we exhaust the stray cat. Discard it. To exhaust these guys, we get rid of one of those. And then I think I'm going to provoke an attack of opportunity, taking a damage from this to play this Dynamite Blast. We're going to deal 3 damage to everything here. So we're going to deal 3 to you. Kill all the cats from Saturn, which is nice. And then Leo's going to also die. So then Leo's going to mark 1 mental trauma, 1 physical trauma. But this is how it always goes. Someone, the goon, usually has to die in this scenario. So now Daisy just needs to get out. We just need to pass a test of Book 5. I can use Encyclopedia to go 7 to 2. So we can just do that. Reveal another token. We are good. So if each undefeated investigator, convince it, X is the highest alarm level among investigators, advance the act. With your party safely aboard the white ship, Leo in a few pieces, you beseech his captain to leave the moon at once. You have no desire to stay in this perilous place any longer than you have to. Not yet, the captain replies with an amiable smile. You plead with him, but he raises a hand in gesture of silence, peering out into the distance. You squint against the light from the sun, which hangs static in the dark sky. There, miles away, you spot the thing that drew the captain's eye, a bird with many wings and even more colors. Its feathers bright and vivid. It perches on a runestone structure and preens itself. Then, just as your patience is beginning to wear thin, it launches itself into space, and the captain pulls up the ship's anchor. R1. Alright. We traveled to the cold wastes, and Randolph survived the voyage. Technically, I guess he did. We get 10 experience, and we get 3 tally marks under evidence for Gadath. 3, not 4. And then we're going to see how this goes for our interlude. Chad and I are going to do that between, and I think we will quickly update these decks. I think I did that right. I'm sorry if I made any mistakes that, not edit, in that little bit there. But I think it was all right. Like I said, I tried to play a little bit of a different pace than I normally do, i.e. slower. So the only thing is I don't really know what to buy anymore. Can't buy you. I mean, I think we want to drop the Crystal Pendulum. I could go with the love of my life. Could go with some perceptions. And even guts. I'm not opposed to those. We could do 2 perceptions. I think I only want 1 dream enhancing serum, so those can be that. That's no problem. Our books are doing pretty good. Is there like an upgraded tome that we want to kind of frick around with? I mean, I think we've been doing a good job with this library thing. I could go with only 1 perception and 2 Abigail Foremans. Let's do that. Let's go with that for Daisy. Too few cards. I guess 2 Dream Enhancing Serums is alright. Deck's a bit expensive. The upgraded Cryptic Writings, realistically, are probably better than the Perception. It just being an emergency cache is probably better. And then what? I put like a... I think Laboratory Assistant is more likely to just be played or committed. It's not bad. I think that's okay. Over here with Leo... I think as a whole, the thing is looking nice. I think a second Garrote... oh my god. I think a second Garrote Wire could probably be pretty hype. Otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. A physical training could be nice. I could put in 2 physical trainings and a Garrote Wire. That doesn't sound terrible. I don't think we need the evidence. I think Daisy's doing great. I don't think we need another extra ammunition. I fucking love 1-2 punch. Yeah, we're going to do the 2 physical trainings and another Garrote Wire. Loving the deck, though. I think at this point now the Dynamite Blast can go. And I think I can drop one of these 45 automatics because we're never going to play them. They're basically just going to take up space. Okay. There we have it. Campaign Play Along 3 in the books. That's the Bast card. This thing was a lifesaver. I think we also got lucky because we word Leo. Right? We word Leo. And we're going to find out where the cat's going to go. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to be back in 2 weeks for the final one in this series. You should also check out in the video description, there's a link to Chad's episode on his website. You should go check it out, give it a listen, and see how Tommy and Lucius manage Point of No Return. Do they return, or will they not? Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.